First, a new Texas law is changing the rules on how veterans renew disabled parking placards. And it's taking some veterans by surprise, as you might imagine. 6 News reporter Andrew Moore explains what veterans need to know before heading to the DMV.
Yes, the new law is changing how veterans apply or reapply for disabled parking. Now, instead of just that VA letter, they are also going to need a doctor's note before getting that placard in their vehicle. Retired veteran Daniel Chavez got his ADA placard last year before this law went into effect. He went into the DMV, showed them his VA paperwork, which says he's disabled, and got the placard. But this year, it's not so easy. Now veterans need a doctor's signature certifying the person has a mobility issue, and they will need that signature on a new form. Chavez went to the DMV last week and says he saw veteran after veteran get turned down because they didn't have it. He wants people to know and says this should not be happening.
I want people to know about it and also to write to their Texas legislative senators and representatives and say, why did the law change?
Lawmakers say the intent behind the law was to make sure disabled parking was available to veterans with mobility issues, because previously even veterans without those issues could still use these spaces. Chavez says if the VA already has decided a vet is over 50% disabled, that should be enough. We found there were some exceptions for veterans who had an amputation or could be in a wheelchair, but that leaves many others who will still need to see their doctor or at least contact their doctor before they can get a disabled parking placard. In Killeen, Andrew Moore, 6 News.
Yeah, a little more red tape to cut through here. We reached out to the VA to find out if there is any way to make this easier for vets. Well, find out what we heard tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll tell you.